Hi, I'm Brian here at Tony's Tree Plantation, and on today's 1 Minute Monday, we're going to finish our discussion on pruning, specifically pruning roses and pruning shrubs and hedges. So first, let's talk about timing. The best time to prune for most plants, roses and many other plants, is late February, early March. You want to prune after all the cold, real severe cold is over, but before the plant starts to grow and put on new growth. And there are a few exceptions. The real early blooming plants that bloom before the middle of April, things like forsythia and lilac, you want to prune those things right after they get done blooming. If you prune them too early, then you'll end up pruning off the blooms before they get a chance to bloom. If you prune them too late, you'll prune off next year's blooms. Hydrangea is another one. You want to prune right after it gets done blooming, or you might just prune off next year's flowers. So let's start with roses. When you're pruning a rose, the first thing you want to do is you want to get in and take out any dead or broken branches. Then you want to just come through about 8 to 10 inches off the ground and just cut it right off like that. And again, this is going to be done in February to early March. And there you go. Now that's a hybrid tea or a floribunda rose, and that's how you're going to prune it. If you're pruning a shrub rose, you're going to prune it just like you would any other shrub. You're going to come through and just kind of shape it up and give it a nice shape. Now, when you're pruning hedges or when you're pruning standalone shrubs, I do not like to come in and shear them real tightly. I like to leave them have a natural, informal look. And so I'll just come through and take off the bigger branches and the taller branches, and then some of the branches I'll leave so it still keeps that informal look. The reason I do that is if you trim it really tight, what will happen is every new shoot that shoots out, you're going to have to come back and trim it off. If you trim it informally like I'm trimming this hedge, when new stuff comes out, you really don't notice it, so you don't have to come back all the time and re-prune. So that's wrapping up our pruning. Next week we're going to be talking about my favorite shade tree. So join us next week on 1 Minute Monday.